This is TV Platinum. Here are the top 5 stories making headlines.
The appointment of the Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs made by President Bola Tinubu has been officially confirmed by the Senate. On Thursday, the Senate confirmed the following top security chiefs: Major General Christopher G. Musa as the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General T. A. Lagbaja as the Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala as the Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Vice Marshal H.B. Abubakar as the Chief of Air Staff. President Tinubu had previously written a letter to the Senate on Tuesday requesting the screening and subsequent confirmation of the service chiefs. The letter was addressed to the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio. During plenary, Akpabio read the letter and stated that the request was in accordance with the act that established the armed forces. During Thursday's plenary, the House of Representatives approved President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's request for 500 billion naira to be allocated for fuel subsidy palliatives. The President's request aimed to amend the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act, allowing for the extraction of 500 billion naira from the budget. The request was thoroughly considered and subsequently passed. President Tinubu had formally requested the House's passage of the 500 billion naira from the supplementary budget to address subsidy palliatives. The House deliberated on the amendment bill and successfully passed it, enabling the federal government to promptly access the funds to mitigate the impact of subsidy removal. On Wednesday, House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas read the President's letter during the plenary session. The letter, titled Request for the Amendment of the 2022 Appropriation Act, outlined the President's intention to source the funds from the 819.5 billion naira 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act. The Department of State Services DSS has confirmed that Mr. Godwin Emefiele has been charged to court in compliance with the order of the court. It will be recalled that the service had in 2022 applied for a court order to detain him in respect of a criminal investigation. According to the DSS spokesperson, Dr. Peter Afunaya, he, in quote, though he obtained a restraining order from an FCT High Court, the service, however, arrested him in June 2023 on the strength of suspected fresh criminal infractions and information, one of which forms the basis for his current prosecution. The service assures the public of professionalism, justice, and fairness in handling this matter, and indeed the discharge of its duties within the confines of the law. On Thursday, Federal High Court in Abuja dismissed the fundamental rights enforcement suit brought by Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, against the Department of State Services DSS. Justice James Omotosho, in his judgment, concluded that Kanu's suit lacked merit and should be dismissed. According to the news agency of Nigeria, Kanu, represented by his lawyer, had filed the suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/482/2022 against the Director General of the DSS itself, and the Attorney General of the Federation as the first to third respondents, respectively. In his lawsuit, Kanu alleged that the DSS had subjected him to various inhuman treatment, including the denial of his right to wear the Igbo traditional attire known as Isiagu while in their custody or during his court appearances for trial. A 32-year-old man named Yusuf Isa has been apprehended by the police in relation to the assault on Apostle Johnson Suleiman, the senior pastor and general overseer of Omega Fire Ministries worldwide. The incident occurred in October 2022 when gunmen attacked the clergyman's convoy along the Benin-Auchi Road in Edo State, resulting in the tragic deaths of 6 individuals, including 3 policemen. During a press briefing in Abuja, the force spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi informed journalists that Isa was apprehended by operatives of the Intelligence Rapid Team following a thorough investigation.
Those are the top stories. Do subscribe and follow us across all our platforms to get more of these updates.